Welcome back to Signals on 91.3 Lagos Talks. My name is Adewunmi Oshodi. This morning we'll be looking at uplifting humanity. I'm not trying to unite the nation. Anyway, very special thanks to Bashir Adebeshi and Toby Babalola for making this happen. Signals Marketplace would continue next week, Saturday. I have with me an accomplished tech marketing professional with over a decade of experience driving impactful marketing and comms campaign across industries. She's currently the senior marketing manager for Africa at Technology, where she leads strategies that supports the adoption of artificial intelligence to drive growth in digital skills, cybersecurity, and manage technical services across the continent. The background is marketing, project management, and volunteer leadership, coupled with a passionate advocacy for diversity, inclusion, and she underscores her commitment to fostering innovation and excellence in the tech industry. She's very passionate and an advocate for championing causes for women, people with disabilities, and undeserved community. She is the convener of the Relief Project. She leads initiatives that provide essential supports and resources, ensuring marginalized people are seen and cared for. The discussion this morning is uplifting humanity. If you have questions, comments, you can send us a WhatsApp message 0809 234 5913. Welcome to Signals, Motunrayo Ayo-Akwe. Did I get it? Almost Akwe. I would. Now, you're the convener of the Relief Project, and where did the love for providing essential support and resources for marginalized people? I'm trying to look for another word for marginalized. Undeserved. Okay, so that English is not too much, and we have to get. Okay, tell me.
Where did that start from?
Yes, where did the love start from?
Well, I grew up in a family that consistently just care for everybody, regardless of what you are or who you are.
Okay.
So I would say it was a birth thing.
Okay.
It was something that was engendered in me from home. From birth. So yeah, I would say that's what.
How many of mommy's food did you give away?
No, quite a lot. But I didn't even have to. She used to give them away herself.
Okay, because I remember that there was a time that before my mom would come back, as if people there. See, that was that day. Oh God, that woman. One day she said, "Oh my, she for money." Okay, but then as we began to grow, some people call me charity. I'm trying not to get that, but the love for people. Why?
So let me share an example.
Go ahead, please.
When I was growing up, I grew up in Nigeria. There was a particular person on our street. Her name is Yinka. Well, she's late now, so her name was Yinka. She had a sort of medical condition that made her look very scary. It was the kind of thing that people would say, "I'm going to call Yinka for you to their children," and the children would actually, adjust themselves.
Stigma.
So yeah, it was a huge stigma. So when we came into the when we moved there, it was already like that. And then my mom saw her one day. So children used to run away from her on the street. So my mom saw her one day and called her. So our house has a balcony, and my mom retired as a teacher. So she would stay at the balcony looking at all the boys that are sagging and say, "Oh yeah, fashion, that's okay." That's the thing. Exactly. So Ika was passing by and she called her, and she started talking to her, and little by little, she got Inka to start having her bath, to start brushing her teeth, to start change. So when she buys Christmas clothes for us, she'll buy for Inka. Inka is coming to her house to eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, and it was through that other people started showing some sort of love or slight affection for her, because then she now looked cleaner. Even though she still had the condition that she had, so it is hard to grow up in that sort of environment and not develop compassion for people. And I have I don't know, I say it's a burden sometimes, but I'm a very empathetic person, so
you have to put your budget on the charity.
Exactly. Oh my God, you get it. Yes.
Because I'm talking to myself, that's why I'm telling you that. Now, what's the Relief Project about?
So the Relief Project is a yearly volunteer-driven project where we crowdsource relief items for riverine communities in Lagos State. We started it in 2016,
Okay.
and since then we have been to several riverine communities. So what we do is every year we just reach out to people and say, do you have clothes that are in great condition? Do you have anything that can be useful to somebody else that's in great shape? Give them to us. We'll take them to people that need them, right? And then we also get food items, so rice, semo, gari, beans, whatever it is. We started like that, and then as we advanced or as we moved on, we added medical outreach to it. So we have a team of doctors that go with us on the day, and they do tests for the advanced people in the community. And then we decided to go a step further and do a Christmas party for the children. So every community we go gets, in addition to the relief items, they get a party, a Christmas party. We have Santa Claus, we have party packs for the children, we have a DJ, we have an MC. We enjoy ourselves with the community, and it's usually something very fulfilling, at the end of the day. So yeah, that's what we're about.
Feeling and holding the pocket. So how many riverine communities have you gone to?
We have been to 9 communities. We've been to 7 riverine communities.
Start mentioning.
We've been to Tapa Bay. A lot of people know the beach, but they do not know that there's an actual community of people, behind that. Yes. We've been to Tapa Bay. We've been to a place called Sagokoji. We've been to
Lagos.
Yes, all of them are in Lagos. We've been to a place
Tapa
called
Bay in Lagos.
Sagokoji in Lagos. Ituagon in Lagos. Agala, Apagbo. Where else have we gone to?
Don't look for example.
We've been to Iwaya.
Okay.
There's a community called Ajoke community in Iwaya. We've been there. We've been to somewhere called it's not Onike. It's not Onike area, it's Makoko area. Okay. It's beside Makoko. It's actually
there's another community.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah. So they're not Makoko, but they're very close to Makoko. They're living in the same conditions as the Makoko people. So we've been to the first place that we went to is actually a place called Dosbin Village in Ajego near Tapa. The amazing thing about that place was at the time people were living on the dump site. So when you're stepping on the ground, your legs are feeling the dirt underneath your feet rather. And what makes that bad is because when it rains, the water washes everything. It just washes everything into their homes. Their homes are consistently, at least at the time, I haven't been there recently, pulled by idoti. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that was the first place we went to, and the reception was it was mind-blowing for us. And we just said, you know what, we cannot stop, we have to go ahead. And what also happened was when people now saw that we went to that place, they now started reaching out to say, oh, that's interesting. How can I join you? How can I volunteer? How can I partner? So yeah, we've been to quite a number of places.
Now, well done. The next will be, what's the role of government? Have you seen after you have been to all of these 7 communities? And it's shocking because it's a mega city that they have not gotten some level of
yes. So what I've seen so far based on our work is that riverine communities are usually they're usually on the receiving end of not a lot of things by not just by the government but by people generally. And that's because of the peculiarity of their areas. For instance, it's hard. I try to build a borehole in a particular location and we try to find a spot where we'll get clean water. It was very hard. It was eventually, and thank God, somebody did it. But it took a lot of work, and we didn't even have the money to do it at the time. So there's a particular community, and I don't want to mention the names of the communities, but there was one that we went to that had a borehole that was built in maybe 1990 something. The government literally started building it. They did not find clean water and they just abandoned it. Wow. So I was like, if the government cannot find clean water, then who am I? Do you understand? So generally they have those challenges. They have power issues. They don't have light. And you find that there are a lot of NGOs. There are a lot of NGOs that are in the energy space who go there to provide solar. But those are
minute.
Yeah, and they are not sustained. What they need is there needs to be a focus by the government. Like the government needs to say, you know what, we are paying a lot of attention to these people, and then now start to enact the kind of policies, set up the kind of expensive and heavy projects that would imagine a community where there's no light, there's no water, there are no schools. I mean, if you see the schools that are in some of these places, they are tiny rooms that are owned by individuals within the community. Their teachers are paid like maybe 1,500 as salary, So imagine what is the quality of that education. Do you understand? They don't, if some of them they're in labor, they have to get on the boat to go to another area that has a health center. Imagine a woman in labor being on the boat. So most of them have this midwives, thank you. Most of them have midwives. So they don't have access to the most basic things that the government would provide to us generally, primary health in 2024 actually.
Now, if we're looking at, I wanted to ask you, schools, their education, how is their language?
So many of them, it's funny, many of them speak Yoruba.
Okay.
A lot of them speak Igbo because they migrate from other riverine coastline communities like Benin Republic, etc. There are some Igala people. There are some from Warri area. They speak, like the place we are going to in December, they speak English and French.
Okay.
Right? And because you don't expect, their English is not as
sound
exactly as us, because again, quality of education is important, but on a basic level they can communicate. And because some of them have migrated from French speaking communities, they speak English and French as their mother tongue. So even if it's not grammar grade level, French, they can communicate in English and in French, and maybe Yoruba too for many of them.
Now you're taking us to College.
Wulakoji.
Where is that?
So Wulakoji is a riverine community on the coastline of Lagos. It's on a place called Onisiwo Island. When you get to Marina,
Onisiwo.
I have called it Onisiwo. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. Okay, well,
continue.
The correct pronunciation
is Onisiwo.
I don't know. Whatever it is, that's where we're going.
No. So it's around. Onisiwo is around Bodilon.
It can be. No, I know. So first of all, I know that there are a big family in Lagos like Omiru.
Okay.
I know that when you get to Marina, you take where you get to Marina, where you get a boat to Tapa Bay, you can get a boat there. I imagine that you may be able to get there from other marinas as well. But that's our own
place that we're going.
That's where we pass through to get there.
Wulakoji.
W-H-U.
How long has that place been there?
I do not know, but I would say at least 50, 100 years.
50, 100 years.
Yes.
Now, what's the plan for that riverine community?
Do you mean from our own?
Yes.
So, I mean, we're currently crowdsourcing to raise money to buy, first of all, food items. The year has been something crazy, and people are looking for some respite. So the most important thing for us right now is to give them food items. So we're looking for money to raise, and we're raising money to get raw food items to them. We're also in talks with people to give them, we're doing pickups right now across Lagos for well-used clothing items, school bags, school books that children can read, yes, toys and all of that. We also plan to do a Christmas party with the children, party packs, DJ, Santa Claus, all of that. We also will do a medical outreach for the community as well. So,
how many people are we looking at? Give me a rough estimate of the people.
When we went there, the ballet told us they have about 5,000 people.
In that riverine area?
Yes. And so what also happens is that they usually some of them have gotten displaced. Since I started this project, 3 communities have gotten displaced from where they are. Sometimes you get into run-ins with probably the government or say maybe naval officials, and they evict them from that area. When they are evicted from their own communities, they move to other riverine communities. Wow. So those riverine communities, for instance, we went to a place called Agala.
Yeah.
Agala, when Takwabi people were evicted, they went to Agala. When the people in Otodobame were evicted, some of them went to Sabukoji, some of them went to Agala, some of them went to Kadagri. We actually, us going to Sabukoji that year was because we traced a family from Otodobame to Sabukoji.
Hmm.
So these riverine communities, they get bigger and smaller based on migration, emigration from one place there. If they move them away from there, they go to another place and settle there, so they will increase population of that place. And trust me, you will think there are not many.
There are many. There are many.
Just let them come out.
There are many.
There are very
many. So in your interactions with the ballet, what are the things that they are constantly looking at?
I mean, the most basic thing would be the social amenities. That's
food,
one
water.
thing that would change their lives immediately, like with immediate impact. They need to have clean water. If they have clean water, if they have access to electricity, if they have schools, if they have health centers, doctors, qualified doctors and whatnot there. But considering that we cannot build a hospital yet, what we try to do is give them what we have. What we have is joy, it's happiness, it's food, just a little bit of Christmas cheer. You get so.
Thank you for creating that for them. What do you think will break? Because Motunrayo is like the Jesus feeding 5,000 people. That's how it looks like. But for how long? Each respite, because after this Christmas, what's the next project?
So what we also try to do is when we go to these communities, people come to us and say, I'm looking for work. People come to us and say, I'm looking for work. I need scholarships and whatnot. I have on my own managed some of that in the past, but it's something that we are looking to expand in this time. We want to build, our website is very functional now, and what we're trying to do is find a way that we can connect the students who need support, families who need support, to people who can give them that support immediately. Right?
Not promises and fail.
Exactly. So somebody needs, and it's crazy because the kind of school fees that you want to give somebody is like 5,000 naira. Somebody has a 5,000 naira. Do you understand? So for us, it's not going beyond just giving them food, and because, like you said, it can get depressing that you're trying to do something, a meaningful thing, but after you leave that place, give or take 2 weeks, they finish the food. Maybe they'll still wear the clothes.
Don't say 2 weeks.
1 week. Exactly. Everything goes sort of back to normal. So we need something more sustainable, something that can actually effect a change, a continuous change. So scholarships for sure is something we're looking at, and again, we're looking to partner with corporate organizations. Say you want to do your CSR in education, reach out to, these are people that need these things. Sometimes the biggest thing they need is school sandals. Yes, I've had people reach out to me to say, please, what do you have for us? Like, these students need schools. Somebody reached out to me and said, oh, they have students that need, and I said, send me the breakdown of what they need, and it was about maybe 45,000 naira for all the things that he was, and I was
I'm sure that you will have been angry and just said, send me your account number.
Do you understand? When he was saying it, I thought it was going to be so huge. Like, I'll have to find people, but it was not. It was just a short list. And some students need to repair their clothes, school uniform. Some of that you replace that with 2005, and I was like, I just sent the money. So yeah,
Bank of Motu. Well, no. So it looks it's good work, great work, right? But the Bank of Motu. Now, it's the relief project we're discussing, Uplifting Humanity. What day, what time are you preparing for the Wulakoji?
You're getting better.
I have to.
You should come with us.
We're going to go by boat.
Yes. Yes,
I'm still having PTSD from the last ones that I've been doing, and I'll tell you why. I was on my way to Badagry, and my friend had said that, we're going to Marina, right? And from Marina to Badagry was 2 hours 30 minutes. So on our way, 22 people on the boat. By the time we got to Tapa, the fuel finished.
That's a normal thing.
Everybody said it.
Back immediately. They'll just feel the tank immediately. Yeah.
30 minutes we had to wait. And I was like, I did not tell anybody.
I know how we can feel so.
I did not tell anybody that I was going to. Right? And it was fun. And it was fun for me because I saw children sleeping. Like, they just sleeping on the boat, right? And so I'm like, okay,
That's their natural habitat.
natural.
All those children can swim. From you will see a 4-year-old.
I not finished my swimming classes. They can swim.
Yeah, they do. It's just like
So
the
how
way
do we
children
now?
walk.
And that's good. But how do we now create a competition of swimming amongst them?
I think there is even something happening. Lagos State is organizing something. It's not swimming, but it's a boat regatta or something like that.
Okay.
I think like the tourism aspect of the government does those kind of things, but I'm not sure. Actually, it's a good thing you asked, because these are kind of people that should be able to represent Lagos
At
in
least
swimming Olympics, because it's what they do
it's what
naturally.
they do. It's very it's easy. Like I'm not getting stuck in a boat for 30 minutes and waiting for them to bring fuel. Now,
So you're asking
when
about the details.
yes, the details.
So it's happening on the 26th of December. That's Boxing Day.
Okay.
We're going to meet at Marina. We take off. We all meet and take off from Marina together to the place called Wulakoji Marina in the Marina at Obalinde, and we meet there at 10 a.m. We take off once everybody's together. Definitely we can't use one boat, so it's either we take many boats at once or we go and come back to pick people. Yeah, so it's pretty much, if anybody wants to volunteer or donate to us, you can find us online. We're on Instagram at The Relief Project. We're on Facebook at The Relief Project. We're on Twitter, at The Relief Project.
You know the thing with tech people like you people are very, very spirit. Relief Project donates to account number.
Oh, I have the account number.
And please, if you have, it signals on 91.3, we're discussing uplifting humanity. If you have good stuff, I'm of the opinion that we give good gifts, great gifts to people. If you have clothes and you need to give the Relief Project, Motunrayo is here. Send us a WhatsApp message, 0809 234 5913. If you have questions, comment for her, you can call 0809 234 5913. If you have clothes that you are not using, good clothes that you are not using, please, for that child. One thing we're giving out good gift is you inspire them, you inspire people. We're not giving out racks, we're not giving out. If you don't have money, it's okay, go and decluster your cupboard. Give us something very good that a child would wear, they can amend. And it reminds me of when it's Christmas period and you're coming home and it's not everybody that has tree. There's no Christmas tree. But the fact that somebody gives you good clothes, you are happy. Their hearts will pray for you. We're a religious nation. Please come and help us. This is me now begging.
Thank you.
Come and help us. Because it's shocking that we have 7 riverine communities, and to think that in that place where which would be nice.
Way more riverine communities.
Or should it be nice? Be nice. You know when you're wanting yourself to be nice. Right? Please come out, help us. And please help us. If you have stuffs to give, reach out, send us WhatsApp message, call Relief Project, donate money. Call me. Let's help people. Let's put a smile on people's face. Yes, this year has shown a lot of us shaky, but we're still here. So yes, go ahead. The Relief Project.
So the account number is 1012419314, Keystone Bank. The account name is the Relief Global Worldwide Foundation.
Okay.
So once you say the Relief Global, you just know it's us. It's Keystone Bank.
If you go to Instagram, you find them there. DM.
Yes.
And say, so what are your long-term aspirations for the Relief Project?
A lot more sustainability. It would be a dream come true to be able to build something sustainable. Sorry. It would be a dream come true to be able to build something sustainable. Build a hospital, for instance. Build a school that is equipped with everything that a child needs to learn to compete on a global stage, right? Those are my biggest aspirations for the project. Those are aspirations that will come to fruition eventually, but also it would be great if we could have those things without
Dreaming of
it. Exactly.
So what do we need in the interim? What do you need to make happen in the interim for this
project? For sure, a lot of money.
Okay.
A little drop goes a long way. 2,000, 5,000, 400 naira, whatever you have. Of course, like you said, donations we always dry clean and launder the clothes. We
Okay.
sort them out before we send them. We're very particular about the quality of stuff that we give people. They're not begging, right? So, whatever you have that's in great shape. If you have toys that your children are not using, you have baby cots. In fact, those things are big. They are big deals. Baby clothes, baby cots, baby items. Then sanitary items, sanitary pads for women. We are partnered with Sanitary Aid for Nigerian Girls, and sometimes they give us reusable sanitary pads, which is crazy because the first time I had an interview with somebody there, they did not know they knew of sanitary towels, but they were too expensive, so they only used rags or
Tissue.
whatever they found. Not even tissue, because tissue is expensive too. So it was a huge thing to find someone we could partner with. We've partnered with Moped in the past and Molfix. So sanitary items for babies, for women, health. If you're a healthcare provider and you're listening to us, we usually do medical outreaches. So if you have doctors that would like to volunteer, if you can provide things that we use for test kits, those strips and whatnot, we usually have to purchase those. So if you can provide that, it would be a great addition to what we're doing. We also receive food items. So if you say, my mother sells food stuff, instead of me to give you money, I'll give you food stuff. That's fantastic. We'll pick up from you anywhere in Lagos. So we pick up our donations from anywhere in Lagos.
0809-234-5913. Send us a WhatsApp message. Call us if you have questions, comments for Motunrayo concerning the relief project. Now, for every time you go back, how many times have you gone this year? So just hold on. How many times have you gone this year? And because when you talked about baby cots, so it means that they're constantly giving birth to children.
Oh, absolutely. Do you know that people say this thing, and they used to say it a lot when I was younger, that the broke man, his favorite
His pastime is sex.
Exactly. But it's true, because also they're a riverine community. That place they cold go. Do you understand? So, and another thing that is common is that there are lots of teenage mothers. There are lots of young mothers, and it is not shocking, because what else do they have, right? They're not really going to school. So I met a very smart 14-year-old that had never been in school. It was a struggle to even communicate with her. She was the first child of her mom. Her mom was like maybe 30 something, a very young woman, and then she had 6 other children. She had a baby she was carrying. So they are, babies. You have babies who have babies. You have 16-year-olds who have babies. It is consistent with every riverine community I've been to. That's how it is. So again,
they took depopulate the earth seriously.
What else is there for them to do, really?
So the thing will be, how do we constantly educate them beyond giving them food?
I think that education is good, great and important, but you cannot make meaningful and sustained change without changing their lives in some way. If somebody is bored or not, they're not engaged in any way, what else is there for them to do, really? And they don't, it's not like they leave the community. That's why I always like to go with people that can expand their minds. You don't have to say something. I used to fight, and I always will fight, is when people say, oh, you as a man, don't you want to be the president? You as a woman, don't you want to be the first lady? No, anybody can be the president, whether you're a boy or a girl. And those children don't even know that. They know the regular doctor, lawyer. What do they know about tech? Nothing.
I was even about to ask you.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name and where are you calling us from?
Yeah, my name is Femi. I'm calling from VI.
Okay, Femi.
Please, I would like to suggest that people in those riverine areas, since the majority of them are very close to the river, I think whatever they can do in terms of people into fishing or something, and some of the proceeds the get from the river, we can actually be buying from them, maybe through one medium or the other.
That's what they currently
Because if you look at protein, is a big issue now in some parts of the island. So we can be buying from them, maybe in a price that is a bit higher. Then we will send those money back
To the
to those areas to develop those
Recycling the
areas.
Mm.
Then also scholarship can be given to them through the scholarship board, maybe to the Ministry of Education or something. There'll be the first shortlisted people that will be going for such exams, and regular coaching can be done for them through other mediums. If you into tech, they can introduce a sort of platform over there, maybe like a form or something, whereby they can get more education, you understand? And
Okay.
many things can be done.
No
So
problem.
that's my suggestion.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Femi. Thank you, Femi. Well, 0809-234-5913. Send us a WhatsApp message. As you're sending us questions and comments, please tell us how we're going to pick up if you have some things to give us. Now, fish, like Femi has said, can we recycle the monies that they make, the proceeds, to help grow their community?
Yeah, I mean, currently, that's most of them. That's what they
They
do.
do.
Yes, the men fish, the women would smoke the fish, crayfish. There are some communities that focus on crayfish. There are some communities that focus on fish. There are some communities that have crabs, a lot of those prawns and whatnot. That's pretty much what they do. So most of these women that you would see in Ikoyi or Balinde, and most of them are from these communities.
Okay.
Yes, but I think there's also a conversation to be had about getting them to supply probably in bulk to people, and that's a very valid point actually.
Thank you, Femi. You're in the spirit. Please come and join us on the 26th. We're looking for you. Well, we're back to the boy, girl, smart 14-year-old that you met who couldn't speak properly. Where's she now?
I haven't spoken to her in a while.
What's the crime rate like?
Generally, I think it's not high. And this is the reason. I'm aware that at some point Takwabe used to have a very high rate of crime. And when I spoke to the Valley of Takwabe in 2018, 2019, before they were evicted, he told me that they had to make stringent rules. As a community, they came together and said, if we catch you stealing, this is what we are going to do to you. If we catch you doing this is what we're going to do to you. So it's brought down the
They are more
crime
disciplined.
rate. Yes. And they are very respectful of their leaders.
Value.
So when their leaders say these things, they actually, take them. And then there's one community that actually has their own security outfit. They wear their uniforms and everything, right? Because again, the Navy is usually on the water. So they are naval people who can, I don't know, go and undo basically, right?
So they have to protect themselves.
They have to not just protect themselves, but they need to make their communities strong enough that they can partner with the Navy instead of being being on the end
Receiving end
or
of
the receiving end, exactly. So the crime rate from what I know and from the conversations I've had with the leaders is not high at all. They take a lot of pride in themselves, Yeah.
The signals on 91.3 Lagos Talks. My name is Adewunmi Oshodi. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. When your politics and your job is coming together, everything is I'm like, I want to abuse the government, but I have to be very you're working, you can't work against yourself.
No, I understand you.
So that's what's going on. Okay, man. Welcome back. It's Signals on 91.3. We're discussing uplifting humanity with Motunrayo Ayo-Akwe, who's the convener of the relief project. If you have stuff to give us, food items, clothes, shoe, sandal, bags, sanitary towels, please donate to us. If you're looking for her relief project, is on Instagram, and she would also mention the number to reach out to. Now, what are the collaborative efforts with other organizations and stakeholders?
Quite a lot. We've partnered with some corporate organizations in the past. Like I mentioned, we partnered with Hayat Kemia. They've given us small pedomorphic sanitary towels. We partnered with Advantage Health, My Pharmacy. So they supported us during COVID with face masks and sanitary towels and all of that. We partner with medical doctors in Lagos State as well. We're currently reaching out to support more corporate partnerships.
Okay.
Because again, the corporates have the money that we need, but also it's an opportunity for them to give back to their community, make that like sort of like a CSR project, so to speak. before the past couple of years, it was mostly crowdsourced. Literally, when you see our donation breakdown, it's people that send 1,125 naira.
Wow.
Yes, it was little drops. It's just that, I mean, we cannot be on that level anymore.
No.
We need to do more consistently. So yeah, we're still looking out for more corporate partnerships.
Now, how do we ensure that the aid that we're providing for the, I'm trying hard not to call them marginalized, I'm trying hard not to call them undeserving, right?
No, underserved.
Underserved.
Yes,
Okay, good.
not
Underserved.
undeserving.
I'm still trying. English is still hard, right? Because
So just say the riverine communities or just say the communities?
good. So let's, because if you look at it, it feels that it feels like some have and some have not, and the have not have more than they have, and it's a far cry on every human being having quality of life that they don't have. So how do we now ensure that we're empowering them so that they don't too much again depend on us?
First of all, I would say that these people are, empowerment is not just physical. Sometimes it's very mental as well.
Okay.
Right? A lot of work has to go into it, in all honesty. From where I sit, there needs to be, like I said, there needs to be a focus on these people. You need to open up their minds, first of all, get them to see life in a different way. Many of them have not left that place that they have been for 20 years. Some of them, so like the girl I mentioned, grew up there and has been there. Even if she moves from a riverine community to another riverine community, the life is the same, right? So what is, if she's not going to school and interacting with people from outside where she is,
She wouldn't know.
how is she going to think? How is she going to dream? And even for their leaders, see, what I have seen is that people want to be better. People want to do better. There is like a
barrier.
Yeah, in the way that people win the birth lottery, some of these people, that's the opposite for them. They just can't,
So is this a mental barrier or an
everything,
environmental barrier?
Everything is an environmental barrier that makes it a mental problem, because not mental problem, but that makes it a mental barrier. If your environment encourages you to grow, you will grow. If your environment encourages you to thrive, you will thrive. And what is an encouraging environment? An environment that provides you education, that provides you enlightenment, that opens up your mind. That way your mental begins to widen up, and then you can say, you know what, I actually can go to university now. Why can't I study computer science? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So yeah, it's a lot of work that needs to be done.
Now, so far, Relief Project is how old?
We are 9. We started in 2016. Yes.
So we're looking forward to 10.
Yes. This is actually our 10th project, because there was a year we went twice. So it's sort of like our 10th anniversary, but not our 10th year.
So 10 projects, not 10th anniversary. December 26th.
Yes.
That's what we're looking at.
Yes. December 26th at Wulakoji community.
So meeting point is at Marina. What time? What's the call time?
10 a.m.
So that people can join?
Yes, 10 a.m.
Okay. So please, if you're listening to us and you'd like to support us, donate good clothes, the cluster. You know that moment where you're coming home and somebody has a present for you. You know how happy you are. That's how the gifts that you're going to be giving us to help the Wulakoji community have entered inside. Make them happy and ensure that at least they have a very good Christmas. Christmas and New Year. So again, how do we reach out?
So we have a number of phone numbers to
Just
call.
give us one that
Okay,
one
080.
that you can WhatsApp.
Yeah, that they can WhatsApp.
Good.
080 2087 9102.
I'm enjoying my signal back up, please. You know I like to call the numbers. Say that again. Call it again.
080 2087 9102.
Okay. What about the bank?
Keystone Bank. 1 second. Let me get the account number out.
It's still signals.
10 12 41 9314. The Relief Global Worldwide Foundation, Keystone Bank.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having us.
Toby Babalola, and thank you to Bashiru Adebashi for making this happen. So, after you have gone and come back, what do you want to feel?
Well, for me, I would like to feel fulfilled.
Okay.
And I think that's something that everybody who will volunteer with us would also like to feel. The truth is, it's not possible to go and come back and not feel something. It's
A mixed feeling.
It is always mixed. For me, I always feel like, hi, it was a good event, but I need to do more. For some people, it's the first time out. They're like, wow, I didn't know that this sort of thing exists, you know. For some people, it's like, thank God I got the opportunity to do this good thing today. So, I mean, there's multiple emotions that you can feel. But for me, it's just we've done this one. We move to the next one.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And to everyone who is listening and join us, if you want to help, please help, not if you want to, please help to make a child happy, because those children would also grow. And again, the circle will continue. So when do we want this circle to break? While we're waiting for the government to get to their responsibility, well-meaning Nigerians, kindly donate, help us, support the relief project, and make a child happy. Reach one to help one. Well, that's it on Signals Marketplace to continue next week Saturday. Now, you wouldn't leave me. That's it on Signals. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Like we always see on Signals, dream again, create opportunities for people, and because people will be people, keep creating opportunities. Have a wonderful week and God bless. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So much.